Good morning, guys. This is View from the Pastor's Study. It is Friday morning, July 30th, 2021. We're continuing to look at the commands of Christ. And today the command's pretty simple. Tell those in your own home, tell everybody everywhere what God has done for you. Tell others what God has done for you. Let's just put it at that. It's the encounter that occurs when Jesus casts the swine out of the, not cast the swine out, but demons are cast into swine. Demons are cast into swine. The story is also found not just in Luke 8:26, but also in Matthew 8:28 through 34 and Mark 5:1 through 20. Let me read the whole thing. I'm only going to post a little bit of it because it's such a long passage, and we'll let it speak for itself. When they sailed to the country of the Gadarenes, which is opposite Galilee, and when he stepped out on the land, there met him a certain man from the city who had demons for a long time. And he wore no clothes, nor did he live in a house, but in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out, fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High? I beg you, do not torment me." It's interesting, the demons have a perfectly clear understanding of Jesus and who he is. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for it had often seized him, and he was kept under guard, bound with chains and shackles. And he broke the bonds and was driven by the demon into the wilderness. Jesus asked him, saying, "What is your name?" And he said, "Legion," because many demons had entered him. And they begged him that he would not command them to go out into the abyss. Now a herd of many swines was feeding there on the mountain. So they begged him that he would permit them to enter them, and he permitted them. Then the demons went out of the man and entered the swine, and the herd ran violently down the steep place into the lake and drowned. When those who fed them saw what had happened, they fled and told it in the city and in the country. Then they went out to see what had happened and came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had departed, sitting at the feet of Jesus, good place to be, clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid. They also who had seen it told them by what means he who had been demon-possessed was healed. Then the whole multitude, this is amazing to me, then the whole multitude surrounding the region of the Gadarenes asked him to depart from them, for they were seized with great fear, and he got into the boat and returned. Now the man from whom the demons had departed begged him that he might be with him, but Jesus sent him away, saying, and here's the command, "Return to your own house and tell what great things God has done for you." And he went his way and proclaimed throughout the whole city what great things God had done for him, what Jesus had done for him. So it was when Jesus returned, that's back over the lake, the multitude welcomed him, for they were all waiting for him. These Gadarenes, were they Jewish? Possibly. If they were Jewish, what were they doing with swine? And sometimes I wonder if we let little sins in to big sins, do big sins creep in as well? For instance, if you're going to permit a little thing in your life, why shouldn't Satan use that as an open door to come in? As a matter of fact, I think we're reminded by Paul at one point, don't give Satan a foothold. And when you permit sin in your life, Satan will have a foothold. And it's so sad that these folks were in great fear and told Jesus to leave instead of embracing him. They would rather have their swine and their demons than have the Son of God. There's so much in that. I'm afraid a lot of the world is that way today. It would rather have its swine and its demons than have the Son of God. But then there's this beautiful story of a man whose life's been changed. And if your life's been changed, it makes sense that Jesus would say to you, return to your own house. What does that mean? Go home. Tell your family what God's done for you. And did he do it? He did it. He proclaimed it. He wasn't a preacher. He wasn't an evangelist. He wasn't ordained. He'd just been changed. And you know what? That's the only qualification you need to tell others what God has done for you. So has God saved you? He might not have cast demons out, but your salvation is still your salvation. So share with others what God has done for you this weekend, and you be in worship in God's house this weekend as well. And make time for God this week. First day of the week, first part of the day. Come join us if you want to come join us. We'd love to have you. We're going to worship God this Sunday, and we look forward to seeing you if you're able to make it. So God bless you, and you have a great Friday.